New here at 10, Vancouver police have made an arrest after a tense standoff at an apartment complex near I-5 today. Police were called to the Hudson Apartments at 500 East 13th Street around 2:30 this afternoon after a resident reported that another resident had pointed a gun at them and then retreated into an apartment. Because the complex is so close to the freeway, southbound I-5 lanes were shut down during the standoff but have since reopened. After hours of negotiations, SWAT took the suspect, 58-year-old Terry Myers, into custody. Police say a search of the apartment turned up multiple firearms. Myers was booked into the Clark County Jail on 2 counts of assault 2 and 1 count of assault 3.